Good morning. Today, early January 2020, I want to share some insights with you. And as always, I'm going to bring a mystic's view of perception of one who can look down from a larger perspective down into more finite of the physical and look up from the physical into the finite. So sometimes I see things, well, often I see things a little differently, but that difference can also be the key to help unlock our situations. So today I want to talk about increased labeling of PTSD. And what does that mean from a mystic's view? Well, a mystic's going to always see that we are swimming, floating, flying, singing and dancing and crying within this great expanse of energy, a biofield that holds us all and holds all that is remaining from those who have lived before, if you're speaking of a physical world. When energy is moved through a physical system, like the physical body, mind, or emotions, that energy is imprinted by that one in the physical body. We imprint energy. Therefore, our thoughts become real. Our emotions become real. We understand that situations that an individual has had in early childhood that were in any way abusive or carried an energy of fear causes situations to happen. So as a 3-year-old, an individual might have already lived in an abusive home for those 3 years, in a home where love was not even considered. It was more control, dominate, fear, use, walk on eggshells. When will the next beating occur? We call that early childhood trauma, and it has an impact. The energy impact is that here is this little one, let's say by the age of 1, has felt the vibrational energies rolling off his or her father. Usually this type of abuse is father or male, rolling off of the father, and that little one feels it because of their sensitivity. They have no way to know what to do with it, but they know it does not feel right, good. It causes themselves to begin to shrink away from that energy field. And then when they witness father beating mom, speaking harshly to her, discounting, then that ups the energy, and it becomes then, oh my gosh, this is not a safe world. This is not safe for me. I'm too little. Big people are dangerous. And then as the abuse is more targeted or feels like it's targeted toward the child, then the thoughts and stories that he or she makes up to try and make sense of the situation is, something's wrong with me. I don't know how to live. I can't keep myself safe. Mom can't keep me safe. Something's wrong with me. I don't belong here. And all of those natural occurring responses create energy seeds, that entropy energy, like negative karma energy that is now in the biofield, definitely of the child, definitely within the family, but it doesn't stay contained in those places. It moves like the wind, and that energy of abuse, of discounting, of I'm not enough, something's wrong with me, this world isn't safe, becomes a part of the contaminated energy within the biofield of humanity. Those seeds created in a situation of trauma we call post-traumatic stress when they're activated. So that 3-year-old seed in the 3-year-old may just lie dormant until maybe at age 12 in school, the bullies start coming out, and now that remembrance, that old way of thinking, feeling, and even behaving is triggered. And here's this little 3-year-old that literally the energy of that experience takes over the life. And here's a 12-year-old acting like a 3-year-old. Here's a 12-year-old who just can't think straight, whose mind's fogged, who can't come to conclusions, who can't stand up to the bully because of what has been triggered in the current life, but it happened and is stored from that 3-year-old experience, post-traumatic distress syndrome. Same thing happens with those who go to war, with those who have been raped, those who have been bullied, yes. So we have a biofield in which we are living, breathing, dancing, swimming that we can't see with our physical eyes is totally contaminated and poisoned. And that is no wonder that these seeds get triggered in a lifetime. Now you add to that the fact that we are beginning to understand what energy workers have known for a very long time, that patterns, trauma, distress, death, suicide, depression, those kinds of genetic patterns that happen not just when you were a 3-year-old, but they happened to your great-great-great-great-grandparents 50 years ago, 100 years ago, 700 years ago. Those patterns they don't self-correct. So they become an inherited part of your genetic life stream, yes, even into the DNA. And so you might find that you are acting out a situation that your great-great-grandmother had when her children ignored her, and that's all her life was about, is her children. So decided instead then to drink some lye because life isn't worth living. My kids don't even care. And so here you are generations later as a woman, and for whatever reason, you feel the need that your children love you. They have to love you. They have to make you feel good. Why? Because they're your entire purpose in living, not your pattern, your great-great-great-great-grandmother's pattern. What do you do about that? Energy healing, my friend. Do what you need to do in the moment, yes. But who can you find who can work on an energy level, a spiritual energy level, the unseen regions, to go back to those times and heal them? Heal your great-great-great-grandmother, to give her tools that she can leave, can stand up to, that she finds more in her life as her children leave the nest. Because when we heal the past, post-traumatic stress buttons go away in our current life. Otherwise, we're chasing all kinds of old trauma. And we can explain our current behavior to hide, to fight, to run, on the fact that a trigger of an old event happened, and we are now the 3-year-old hiding in the room, sucking my thumb under my blanket. Post-traumatic stress is old genetic and personal situations for which you have not had sufficient tools, professionals, processes to heal the past. And it must be healed or it will continue to manifest. So you want to know more, send me questions, send an email. But we cannot continue to live with just labels. We have to know why they're there and what to do in order to eliminate them. We are not going for wellness being simply a state of drug-induced coma. We are going for wellness because our biofield, personal and greater, is cleared, it's balanced, it has realigned, been restored to the divine harmonics of our home. That's the intended purpose for your life. Not to continue to live out the patterns, but you know that they are there and you have the power, opportunity, authority to eliminate them for yourself and for generations to come. Blessings on your journey.